What makes Skowhegan special to me?
First, you have to understand, and this is very beautiful, that Skowhegan is built through many myths.
There's no question about it. The number of artists that go through there, it's remarkable, and their contributions are significant.
Literally thousands and thousands of artists have lived and worked here.
I feel very connected to the place itself.
Every time I drive in there or go to something there, I always just feel this big place in my heart because it's just so amazing.
I think one of the things that's most special about Skowhegan is that you have this constantly changing group of artists and that it really is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I always tell everyone that every summer is an act of faith. It's an act of improvisation in the sense that we don't know what is going to happen.
Skowhegan becomes almost like this kind of deep encounter with the people who understand your work, sometimes better than you do.
Skowhegan is a 9-week summer art school where we bring emerging artists from around the world together to live and work in this beautiful and remote environment with a team of practicing artists who serve as staff and a team of artists who serve as faculty. The idea is this kind of collective and immersive and experimental experience of making art.
4 artists in 1946 founded the Skowhegan School of Painting and Sculpture.
Sidney Simon, Henry Varnum Poor, Willard or Bill Cummings, Charles Cutler.
They were visionaries. They really understood that artists needed a very concentrated, undisturbed, undistracted time to hone their craft. It's now their 80th anniversary.
It's remarkable to imagine what this place must have been like in that summer of 1946. Many of the students that summer came on the GI Bill, but artists like Ashley Bryan who were really traumatized by their experience in World War II and coming to a campus like this that was so very isolating. I think that there was a sense of privacy. I think there was a sense of opportunity. I think there was an extraordinary sense of generosity that Bill Cummings cultivated.
Every year, of course, the participants are different. First is a program where the faculty members and the staff all together, they decide certain things, but it's in the hands of the participants. For a lot of students who might be also tired of like the certain structures from where they are coming in their MFAs and more structured programs, when they come here, they feel the freedom of like being able to experiment with many things, to not being judged in many ways. And I think a lot of them, they don't expect this fantastic campus with all these facilities, but also the landscape and nature who play an amazing role also.
For many, then as now, it's the first time that they have lived and worked in a really rural environment. Maine is fundamental to this school. This school does not exist without Maine.
The Maine in America Award was really established now almost 20 years ago by the Farnsworth Art Museum, and it recognizes individual artists, groups, organizations that have made significant contributions to Maine's artistic legacy, but also to the larger American art canon. Skowhegan was chosen for the 2026 award. Today, it's probably one of the most important artist residency programs in the country. It has had huge influence on the American art narrative. It's remarkable.
We see the legacy of the faculty most vividly through the lecture archive, which is this extraordinary trove of artist talks that date back, to the 40s when they were first recorded. We see their legacy in places like South Solon Meeting House with the remarkable frescoes, which people have likened to the kind of Scrivener Chapel of Maine. We see the legacy in terms of post-war American artists who have stayed in Maine, who were introduced to Maine through Skowhegan and have made it either their full-time or artistic home.
I went to art school and I've done a lot of artist residencies, but the thing about Skowhegan is it really becomes a community over the summer. People ate there, they swam there, they did their work. And also the fact that they were sort of left alone to do anything and experiment and really be able to immerse themselves in that culture there.
Artists learn better from other artists in the sense that People who went through certain things will be able to share that with others. When they come to Skowhegan, they realize that it's a whole ecosystem that you can build with others.
You basically encounter other artists in a very close proximity, and you get like a very deep kind of understanding of their practice. If we go to school together, we start talking about our works, but when you have a meal with somebody and then have a walk in the woods, and then you have a crisis next to them, then it becomes this kind of long-term commitment to somebody else's subjectivity, which at the end becomes the true, maybe only way of expanding your own